Today we're going to cover the basics of how to build a vinyl bulkhead. We're going to go over the components and the installation. So I've already drawn the components here. This is basically everything that you need to build a vinyl bulkhead. You typically would install it with a track hoe or backhoe from the land. If you have no land access, then a lot of times people use barges. Just so you know, from the outset, installing a vinyl bulkhead next to water is a messy, wet project, so just understand that from the outset. Here's the water here. For the purpose of this, we're going to say that this bulkhead is 3 feet from the mud line to the, my pencil here. I'm going to say it's 3 feet from the mud line to the top of the wall. This typically means that we would use a 6-foot long vinyl sheet piling. So the distance from here to here is equal to the distance from here to here. This is just basically going off of the 50-50 rule, which just means 50% of the vinyl sheet piling is in, 50% of the vinyl sheet piling is out. Now after we drive the sheet pilings, and we probably use a string line or something to keep them straight, we want to put the whale on the front and connect it to the backboard in the back. This is what really gives a vinyl bulkhead its stability and strength. You connect those using pieces of all thread or timber bolts or carriage bolts or any of that sort. And you can use different sizes. For a wall this size, probably 1/2 inch is fine. So now we have the whale installed, the backboard installed. We want to connect it back here, and this is what really gives the structure its strength from falling over this way. We connect it using tie rods to dead men back here. Dead men are usually about 5 inches in diameter and probably 4 or 5 feet long. They're very inexpensive. They're just treated round poles or posts. People use different things. Some people use landscape timbers and that sort of thing, but we really recommend a good, well-treated piece of wood for back here. It might mean the difference in lasting a very long time or not. And this is connected with tie rods, which are bolted here and all the way through the backboard and the front whale and here. After that's all connected, go ahead and put your top cap on, which for something this size would be about a 2x12. So this is the top cap. So now everything is put together. The last step would really be to fill in this area with earth to cover up the tie rods and the dead men. And you now have a new bulkhead installed.